back to Baseless Claims, our casual conversational comedy podcast. My name is Tay, Data Grabber.
My name is Tori Nubile Thompson.
My name is Tyler Clean Underwear Matheson.
So, boys, you know how all of these ads nowadays are like, protect your digital footprint. Companies are spying on you with your data and your information. Protect yourself with
Just like us right now.
Yeah, protect yourself with our cool company. But you know what they're not focusing on? Screen peekers.
Oh.
Is that a real threat?
No, but
well, when you're
was
playing
a-
Diddy Kong Racing, yes, it is.
Yeah, okay, that's my question is, are we talking about you're playing some split screen and they're screen cheating
no,
when you're playing 007 GoldenEye, or...
That's a sin. Don't do that. That's fucked up.
That's God's watching that, not data snatchers.
Yeah, Jeremy, you piece of fucking garbage. I know you're screen
Get
cheating.
fucked, Jeremy. You've got a little boy penis, Jeremy. How does that feel?
How did you know I had the red shell, you dumb fuck? Anyway,
I hope your mom dies, Jeremy.
she's already got one foot in the grave.
And the other foot's wrapped around my dick.
Ew.
Oh my God.
Dude, come on.
Oh, that's...
Dude.
Like a primate that grips it with their toe thumbs.
Not only that, but like also we've established in this jokes canon that she is like on her deathbed ready to die, and you're still getting a footy from her.
30-year-olds die all the time. Cancer's a real bitch.
It doesn't mean she doesn't want to give Tori one final tug before she goes. What, she can't have dreams?
Yeah. Oh, you don't think that women with cancer like to give foot jobs to big white cocks?
You know? Wow!
Women...
what a heater right off the gate, my guy.
Who are
Holy
you to
moly.
say what women with cancer like, Tay? Women with cancer canonically love Tori and giving him foot jobs. Women with cancer love giving foot
boy.
jobs.
Oh my God!
It's because the chemo goes through the arm vein. Their arms are too tired.
Yeah, but their legs have energy for days.
They're kicking. Oh God, no! But the real data miners out there that are constantly seeking your personal information are screen peekers, and I was appalled by the amount of information I personally was able to gather across from someone I was sitting with on the plane.
So you were screen peeking.
Yes.
Yeah. And we have a long history of that throughout this channel, this podcast and everything. A long history of Tay peeking ahead, checking, sticking our nose where it don't belong.
I will fully admit this is one of my biggest flaws, but it's also fun to talk about other people's shit sometimes.
Sure. Yeah. 100%.
I sat next to a middle-aged man scrolling through Instagram. Already kind of interesting. Not necessarily the demographic, right?
No.
Yeah,
But when
you're
I
just
tell
praying you don't see little girls dancing, you're like, oh, what's his algorithm doing?
No, this man was normal. He was like liking sports stuff and like music.
Sure.
And whatever.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
However,
Hey, you seen Barstool? You seen Barstool?
however,
Oh, fuck. I love this
there
Bob
was
Dylan
one
video.
artist very prominent on his Instagram feed, and I will give you 3 guesses as to which artist this was that he was liking every single post that he came across.
Dua Lipa, Billie Eilish don't need a third guess.
Both incorrect.
Bullshit.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Taylor Swift.
Okay, that one was so obvious
he's
that I thought
gay.
maybe that wasn't.
So
Well,
he's gay.
No, not
My
necessarily.
dad likes to... Wait.
Uh-oh.
Your dad's a big homo.
Oh, I thought you were about to drop the fattest F slur of your life, my guy.
Hey, Tyler, hey, look.
I would have gotten the pass right there.
I think I would have given that one the stamp of approval.
Tay, you're just like, it's true, your dad is one.
I've seen him. He gives off big vibes.
I call him like I see him, dude.
No,
I'm uniquely qualified.
I feel fully confident in saying if you are a middle-aged man liking Taylor Swift content, you're gay. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being gay.
No.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. You're just gay.
And that's fine. Yeah.
And that's fine.
And the reason I knew that it wasn't just like he was on his homepage and the algorithm was feeding it to him or whatever, he would pause on each image and read the caption before liking it. So that was my
gay
That's a diehard
Swiftie.
Swiftie.
yeah. That's either the coolest man alive or a gay man.
That's
gay
an
man.
extremely gay man.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Do we all have a casual interest in Taylor Swift? Absolutely. I love a lot of her songs.
Mhm.
Would I ever in my life,
Suck a dick? Yes, because you're a Swiftie.
because I'm a Swiftie, I would suck dick. If this was a much cooler website, that would be the title of this episode.
For sure, dude. 100%.
Would I ever, as a straight man, go on Instagram and even have a marginal interest in what Taylor Swift is doing on Instagram? Absolutely fucking not. Like, I'm not the second I pull up a Stanley mug and I'm looking at Taylor Swift on Instagram, I'm just gay,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine.
Why do you have to
Stanley
keep
come into
emphasizing
frame?
that? Yeah.
Which is completely fine. I just love saying it because it implies that it's not fine when I say it.
100%.
Which is fine if you're some people.
Like you're projective, like you're being projective, but defensively, if that makes sense.
I didn't say it wasn't fine. It's fine in case I ever want to run for political office in the
Dude.
future.
There are 200 episodes of this show that would absolutely disqualify you from that position.
Tori, would you vote for me?
No.
Damn it. Okay,
She's like,
well,
that's the one I was counting on. We were going to start the wave, drain the swamp, dude.
So the other person I would like to talk about from my screen peeking adventures, was another older gentleman who,
you're a serial peeker.
yeah,
You're a serial peeker.
no,
This was
I want you to look at me. In
you
the
saw
eyes.
one. You saw this gay Swiftie minding their own fucking business, and you're like, I gotta look for more.
My curiosity knows no bounds to the point of being detrimental, and I fully admit this. I want you to know that I'm not bringing this to you as a tee-hee, look how fun this was. I know it's a problem.
You have a problem.
This
What'd this
other
old dude
gentleman,
do?
it was a little more interesting. The first thing I saw was a post about all of the states that are currently on the side of Texas's Governor Greg Abbott with his cool new secession plan.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh, bad look right off the bat, buddy. Then he scrolled past it pretty quick, though, so no interaction,
But I mean, if
nothing.
he's looking at it, like, I mean, that's also just news at that point, is it
Yeah.
not? Where you're also just getting general information.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, or depending on the website, because if I'm on Twitter now, I get lots of shit that has nothing to do with anything I've looked up. Where they're
Like,
just
it's not like he's like on the airplane reading Mein Kampf and being like, yeah, and like nodding his head like, hell yeah, hell yeah. Like,
Look, you reading this? Look at this. Showing it to his neighbor and shit.
I gotta get this guy a beer, okay? Like,
he's no, you see him reading, he's just like, holy shit. You just check. It's if you give a mouse a cookie.
I love that, actually. I love the overly enthusiastic first-time reader of children's books. I like that trope a
whoa.
lot.
Y'all know about this?
You see him halfway through that book, you see him pull out a bookmark and close it. It's like 13 pages long.
He flips the page. He's like, fuck. He had a pig, too? Oh, fuck. He's got
Yo,
like
this
a
shit's getting
chicken
crazy. I gotta
and
take a break. I gotta take a
I
break.
gotta take a break. Or it's just like, the words are starting to blend together now. I gotta hold off on this, okay? Gotta make
You
sure.
see him close the book and pull out his phone and go to Spark Notes. just wants the synopsis.
Yeah, he wants the analysis, like the deeper meaning behind it. No, but for context, this man was on Facebook. And as he scrolled through the comments of that post, the top comment was, "Our state's governor is a coward." And again, didn't interact with it. So I'm like, okay, this man might not be horrible. And then he did the coolest thing imaginable, went to Facebook Marketplace and started searching for campers.
Fuck yeah.
And he got like, he was on the page of that really, like, you know those like really big silver ones that look like out of the like 80s or 90s?
Yeah, like the shiny ones.
He hovered on that buy button for a long
yeah,
time.
He did.
Oh yeah, 100%
God
messaging
damn.
the seller like, "Hey, is this still available?"
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it'd be a lot cooler if he went on Facebook Marketplace and was like looking at guns to buy on Facebook Marketplace. That'd be a lot cooler.
Not on an airplane.
Yeah, well,
Very
That's true.
true. Very, very true. And I apologize to whatever federal agency is listening to this in
Do you
case I
think-
ever put forth a license to buy a gun.
Do you
Apologies.
think this show has a dedicated agent to it?
dude, we don't even have one dedicated listener, so I don't think so.
Oof. Fucking oof, my guy.
I'm the agent. I'm watching.
Well, you're trying to be. You're basically an ROTC. You're trying to get a new governmental branch started. It's the Bureau of Podcast Protection.
Yeah, the Bureau of like podcast management. Like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. You got a license to podcast in here, buddy? Okay, this is private property. Hey, you're running a business from your home? I can start taxing podcasters. Oh, yeah. That's how I'm
Might not be the worst thing to give out a certain number of licenses per year so that not everyone could start a podcast, because
Yeah.
you could end up talking about, like, I don't know, for instance, a woman with cancer in her 30s with a primate foot giving a hand job. You know what I mean? Foot job, sorry, excuse me.
You know, though, good content, I will say. That one was a good one. Do we
get
we
grandfathered in.
Well,
I wouldn't show it to my family, so I don't know if it's good.
I don't know if I would really show that one to anyone.
and
if
that's
I'm being
really
honest.
what I wanted
Fair.
to get down to with this topic of discussion is I think everyone should just buy a pervert filter for their phone, regardless of if you're a pervert or not, because it's really
Sure.
easy to screen peek. Like, really fucking easy.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? You knew a lot about what that man did, and that did
Uh-huh.
not happen over the course of a quick glance.
Exactly.
You're not a quick glance. See, I'm a quick glancer. I love to know what people are doing. I love being nosy. Like if I'm anywhere where I can see someone's phone and they are like typing a message, I will watch them type that message out of curiosity what they're saying. But
I
after that, it's
also-
just like, if I know too much, it ruins the fun. I can't make up a fun story
No,
about
I am the completely other camp. And like, I need to fucking be crystal goddamn clear. I do not do this maliciously. I am just a very curious person and I want to know more about people around me because I find it fun and cool.
I don't think you can put that argument forth in the court of law. Like, I don't think you can be like, no, it's not stalking. I just want to know about them. I'm just really curious about them, so I followed them home.
Your Honor, will you condemn my curious mind?
'Tis curiosity that killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back, my dear judge. The fuck are you talking about? Go to jail.
You say Peeping Tom. I say, I just wanted to know what they were watching on Netflix. I
Yeah.
was just curious what they were selecting. Like, are they like a Love is Blind type of person? Or are they like
Love on the spectrum kind of person.
Love on the Spectrum kind of person? That is such a wild fucking show. I
It
have got
really is.
I
haven't-
honestly feel kind of like uneasy about its existence.
I've got
Yeah.
to watch it out of just like, that's television that's like when something comes out and you're like, there's no way that got made.
Uh-huh.
That got through a board?
I tried to watch it. Well, let me rephrase. My girlfriend watched it. I entered the room for a little bit, immediately wanted to curl up into a ball,
Yep.
and couldn't watch it again. But she does try and go like, hey, you got to come down and watch this one part.
Blaming women.
Mm-hmm.
So
'Cause
like,
wasn't the one part that you talked about like the one gal talking about how she met her partner by talking about Minecraft and then like made a joke about like, oh, autistic people like Minecraft. Was that you who brought that up to the show?
It could be. I've tried to data dump everything from that show. She showed me one clip. A guy starts talking about trains, and I'm like, we can't. This is like got to be scripted or something.
Oh boy.
Come on, this
Oh.
is so scripted. I don't believe it. You know what I use this show for? other than accusing Tay of many different things?
Oh God, a lot. You use
What?
it as like a trauma dump, a cathartic outlet, a fucking springboard, a fucking soapbox. Like you fucking name it, dude. That's what you use this show for.
You've never trauma dumped on this show, Tyler. Everything else dead accurate.
Everything else dead accurate. Yeah, 100%. Other than the time that my parents didn't go to my baseball game and I hit a
Oh
big,
shit, that's right.
Oh,
Never
big
mind.
home run and no one was there to see my good job. I probably
Hey
jumped
Tyler,
10
that
feet
literally
in the air,
happened to me. Okay, don't remind me.
That is fucking hilarious. You can't prove it, Tori. That you can't prove it,
can't.
Tori, and I'm not coming to your aid.
Your mom was proud of me, so that's all I needed. Because I got in her car to go home.
If your dad ever asked me, did Tori hit a home run? I'd be like, nope.
Oh,
Whatever, he's a
God.
homo.
Whoa.
Tori's dad. It's okay to call Erica
okay,
homo.
okay.
It's okay to do that. It's a callback.
It's a callback.
It's a callback. I can say whatever I want.
Look, you can say slurs if it's a callback.
Quick callback to the 18th century.
Oh, I knew that was a mistake as soon as I said it.
What I really use this show for is advice. Because this is, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why I would do that, but it just seems like sometimes it feels appropriate, and then sometimes maybe someone will like reach out who's not on the show and be like, no, what they said was awful. Here's your actual thing. So this is more a universal cry for help.
Okay.
So this is going to start off weird. I replaced all my underwear, right?
Okay.
It needs to be cotton and not polyester so the government doesn't blast my balls with radiation because Joe Biden wants to use my balls for scientific experimentation.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They're coming for your balls.
The government is coming for your balls, so everyone needs to get cotton underwear. Tori, are you wearing cotton underwear?
I
100%
don't know.
cotton, made in USA? USA cotton, Tori? Well, you're
Yep.
going to need it because those 5G rays, they'll get through everything else. They'll penetrate your balls, and then you're going to start... it's going to make your dick shrink, Tori.
Okay.
And it's also going to make you liberal. But mostly,
That's
those
the worst
are
one.
equally both bad things.
No, being liberal is worse than having a small dick.
100%, 150%. I do agree
Yeah.
with that. I replaced all my underwear. What do you do when you get new underwear? You get the old underwear out of there. Bye-bye. You've served your purpose. But now, I got to get rid of the government trackers in my underwear.
Yeah.
So I take out all my underwear in a trash bag.
Mhm.
Not like I don't own that much underwear. Don't need a full trash bag. Just a little plastic bag from any convenience store. As I'm doing that, my neighbor sees me take out
Ooh.
this whole bag of underwear
Ooh, no.
Yeah, he does.
to the trash.
Yeah.
And there's pretty much only one assumption you can make. It's like, bro, you shat all your underwear. so hard you have-
One of them.
Homie shit
Yeah.
all of his britches.
Dude shit all of his britches, and now he's got to do a full replacement because he just kept shitting his britches.
He's doing this. It's totaled. You're going to have to do a full swap.
The gnarliest fucking 2 weeks of my life,
Yeah.
and I didn't make it to the toilet even once.
At a certain point, you stopped trying.
Wanted to see if I could keep the streak alive.
Literally.
the streak.
Yeah, that was a better one. I liked that.
So now I'm kind of at like, he saw me because he waved.
Wait, well, how did he see? Was it a clear bag? Like, was it obvious that it was your underwear? Or could it just have been like any cloths or t-shirts? Or was it by chance a black bag or something?
Did you trip over the curb and spill them out all over and go, no.
Yeah. Comically, it was like, woo, 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 and then you just went
No,
feet
all
up.
the brown stains on it aren't what you think they are. No, they're like, I even washed them before I threw them away because I feel neurotic about it, you know? Like,
That
if
is
you
a
have
little
underwear, you
neurotic.
wash it. That's just, it feels weird
Sure.
it feels weird that someone could find my dirty underwear in a landfill in 300 years. At
I don't
least
know.
clean
I
it.
think it would be kind of liberating.
Also, you went through the process of using laundry detergent on articles of clothing you knew were going to be thrown away immediately. I want you to really think about that.
They had touched your butthole.
But if you're throwing them away, who fucking cares?
Well, the government's going to try and swipe my DNA off it so they can make little clones of me. And then you ever see The Island with Ewan McGregor?
No.
Yeah.
They're going to try and do that.
Yeah, they're gonna try and island us.
They're gonna try and
poop stains
swap
on
me.
our dirty. If we leave poop stains on our underwear that we throw away, they're gonna island us. Okay.
And also,
Case
there weren't
closed.
poop stains on it.
Damn. Sometimes I like to keep up with you guys on bits, but I genuinely think you guys believe that.
You sound insane, Tay. You sound so fucking stupid for not believing this. You're going to be so sorry in like 25 years because your underwear got stolen.
Wake up.
Yeah, I even washed
And
it
this is
before
all
putting it in the
confirmed,
trash.
by the way.
This is all confirmed. You can look this up.
I almost knee-jerked a response with, not if I sell them first.
Who are you going to sell them to? The government. Who do you think's buying up all the underwear? The government.
Oh, shit, dude. You're so right.
You think there's anyone out there that actually gets their rocks off by sniffing dirty undies? That's a fucking psyop.
Fuck, you're so right.
That's so sickening that it's got to be a psyop. But it was like a pretty opaque bag. Like it's like there's a good chance he saw.
Sure. Okay.
How full was this convenience store bag? Because,
full.
like to the point where you
It
could
was like
see, like, the
16 pairs of underwear.
waistbands
It was like
off the
16
top?
pairs. I'm
Did-
sure. I'm sure he saw something because it was also bright as hell. The
Okay.
lights on and everything. So now I'm like, hey, John, you might have seen me the other day throwing away a lot of underwear, but I need to assure you, John, it wasn't because I pooped in all of them, okay?
Yeah.
Like, do I need to bring this up to him? Do I try and
Yes.
clear
I think
the air?
it needs to go a little bit more like this. Hey, John. We need to talk about what you saw the other day.
I was going to go a different direction. I was going to say, you need to now prove to him that you didn't shit all his underwear by inviting him to dinner and having just a full smorgasbord of truly
dairy.
shit-inducing
Yeah.
meals.
Which is gonna be rough on
It's
you.
gonna be
particularly.
real bad, but you need to skull back all of that food and not shit your pants or go to the bathroom once before you let him leave the apartment.
Tyler, you're gonna have to drink 7 to 12 vodka Red Bulls.
I thought you were just going to make this easy and say milk, and I was going to be, that's any given Wednesday, Tori. I'll do that anytime.
We'll talk about that mental illness later, okay? And you will have to have milk also, so that's going to be mixing
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
tummy of yours, sort of curdling, you know?
I don't know if he went inside and told his wife and kids, hey, guess what I saw?
Hey,
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know who he's told. And I feel like at this point, I'm like, if there's a contagion going on, I got to stop the spread, mask up, which means I got to tie John up in my basement with duct tape and fucking
Yeah.
mask him up.
Yeah, I mean, he does, like, this is a problem. This is a problem.
No, this
like,
is
I'm
this
not
is
going to
a-
deny.
This is a huge problem. We are trying
But-
to help you.
The thing that annoys me the most is how badly it's your fault, because if the sun is down, blinds are down, okay? Because when you're inside and you have the light on, all that means is you can't see shit out the window, but everyone out that window can see everything like you're a big ol' OLED TV screen, baby.
Yeah, this really is on you for not handling this under the discreet blanket of darkness.
Also, everyone knows that you have to shred your underwear so that no one steals your poop. Here's the problem. This fucking John character, okay, was he doing anything out? What was he doing out in that alleyway? Like, what the fuck you doing out
Hey,
here, pal?
yeah.
You know what? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
What was he doing?
Sure, John, you saw my dirty underwear.
It was clean.
I was
It was
throwing
clean.
away.
It wasn't full of poop. We need to stop that it was dirty because now they're going to think that it was full of poop.
Tyler wasted
Well-
an entire Tide Pod on this batch of clothing that he threw away.
I don't use Tide Pods. The microplastics will get in my brain, and then the government will track me through the microplastics and try and put 5G in my balls.
Holy shit, he's in deep.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tyler seems like he uses a weird detergent. He definitely uses a type of detergent that if he said the brand name, I'd be like, you fucking would.
It's, yeah, like, What's he doing? Like, I know what I'm doing. I'm getting rid of underwear. What are you doing, John? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? What, are you trying to watch me get rid of underwear, you pervert?
That's what you do. You go, hey John, just so you know. Hey John, the other night when you saw me, I was bringing some trash to the can. I saw you texting your mistress. I believe you were talking to her really sexy on the phone in a low, quiet voice. So, oh, sorry, you don't want your wife to hear? Oh, should I whisper? Should I whisper, John? Because we both know that your wife's gonna fucking believe me because you guys have had a failing marriage for the last 12 years and having a kid didn't make it better, did it, John? Huh? So how about we keep this a little hush, you know? Mum's the word on this one, John.
The for sale sign is up in 12 hours.
Yeah.
Hey, what was that I heard you say, John? Oh, this kid in the fucking alley spilled all of his underwear all over, and you'd love to chew that underwear off of her, John? Is that what I heard you saying? Talking about putting my underwear on your mystery woman, John? You're sick. You're fucking sick.
Jesus Christ, dude, you're a psycho.
But I'll let you know, John, that underwear isn't dirty, John. Okay, there was if your mistress did want to put it on, it'd be fine because there's not even poop stains on it, John. I cleaned them, John. And that's not to say that there was poop on them before either. I didn't get rid of them because I shat in them, John.
And here's the other weird thing, John. Okay, normally I don't want to kink shame John, but tighty whities don't even look good on ladies.
How do I dispel this? Is it better to say nothing?
Well,
Do I wait for him? Do I wait? If I wait for him in the alley at night, that also makes me look bad.
Oh,
yeah.
Horribly bad.
Do you think that you could take some humility in order to get him to not think it's an even worse thing? Like, the worst case scenario is that he thinks you shitted all of your underwear in the same week.
That's a pretty bad thing to think.
But what you could do to sort of, okay, that he's hiding something, I figured out what it is, I'm not going to dig in deeper into this, is you could just be like, no, I only shit one pair of these underwear, but I shit it so bad that looking at the other ones gives me a trauma response. I have PTSD.
Post-traumatic shit disorder.
Yeah. This is my trauma, so if you say anything about it, you're the asshole, John. Or, hold on, this might be, look, I don't expect you two to hang on for this one. There's a little bit big brain. So,
Okay.
I'm excited.
Especially
try
for
me.
our audience. Why don't you fucking dipshits come along with me here? Okay. So here's what I think maybe I gotta do. Right? Tori, you've inspired me when you said he was looking through the trash.
Sure.
I got a spread throughout the neighborhood that John digs through people's trash. And how do I do this? By taking my underwear that's in the trash and putting it in John's trash, not after I slide some through his mailbox slot first.
Yeah.
And here's what's really big brain about it is that
Uh-huh.
in order to make John look even worse, I got to be like, guys, can you believe that John was sniffing my shitty underwear? So I got to put the underwear back on and
Yes,
shit in
you
it
do.
for
You do
real
have to-
this time.
You do have to dirty it up. You have to dirty your underwear before pocketing it into John's
Mailbox
Where would he keep
slot.
mailbox slot, but I feel like there's got to be a more sinister place when the cops do, because this is going to end in John getting swatted for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You have to rent a storage unit under John's name. You have to make deliberate weekly visits to this place so that when you do, months down the line, put the cops on him, sick the police after him, you can be like, oh, I also saw him leaving at the same time every Wednesday. They go to that storage unit, open up the door. What is it? But one pair of your dirty underwear sitting in the middle and a box of tissues.
I think this situation has turned into something else, and you now have a different goal.
I feel
Yeah.
like you could just the unsoiled garments. What you need to tell people is that he was sniffing them, and then you
John
need to reassure
shit
them.
my underwear. I had to throw all these away because John shit in my underwear.
That's so much better than what I was gonna say.
Hey, are you throwing away that underwear because you pooped in it? No. I'm throwing it away because John pooped in it.
Yeah.
This is
No, it's still in good condition. Some general wear and tear, but overall pretty good. And he's like, bring those over here. Hate to be wasteful.
John wanted to recycle John's super green and into saving the planet, but I know what that fucking sick man wanted to do. He wanted to shit my underwear.
He wanted to upcycle my Fruit of the Looms so he could make a big dookie in them.
Wow.
And here's the thing. Everyone's going to be like, you're sick, John, because while yes, this is a 28-year-old man, I'm still wearing Aladdin undies that are way too small, so it looks like you're shitting in little boy underwears.
I've got a slender waist, John.
I've got a slim waist and a tiny penis, John.
I've got a nubile crotch shape, John, so you're going to look like a real freak.
You're going to look like a pervert, John, because I have a tiny penis, so I can wear little boy underwear. And now I know what you're thinking, Tyler. You made it infinitely worse for yourself by telling your neighbors that you, A, shit your pants, and B,
all of them.
You have all of your pants, and you have a tiny penis that you can wear Disney for boys underwear. And to that, I say, it was worth it to see them cuff John and take him away.
What the fuck is your beef with John, dude? Holy moly.
Look at him just out in the alley at night, minding his fucking business, probably taking out the trash after feeding his wife and children. He makes me fucking sick.
Let this be a lesson to all the peekers out there. Tay, looking at you,
Yeah.
This is the lengths people will go to when your little peepers find themselves landed on something you shouldn't have been watching.
How about you mind your... This is, yeah.
Next thing you know, we're framing you for shitting Tyler's pants.
Tyler's baby boy pants.
Next thing you know, you catch me reverse burgling with my knapsack.
Burgle shitting.
You only wake up to me holding this comically sized knapsack full of dirty underwear because the smell was so awful that I was trying to plant in your house.
Tyler, you're gonna need some help
Wow.
shitting all those pants. And I don't know what to tell you. I've got a gallon of whole milk. I've got a case of ice cream. I think we could make this happen.
Tori, if you were a real friend, you'd help me shit my underwear.
I'll help you shit all the pants you need, pal.
Oh my God.
You're next, Tay. You think you're safe? You know too much now. Fuck, everyone listening knows too much now.
So I think that segues perfectly into the next discussion topic. Proppen brings up that he is terrified of someone talking about him on their podcast. So he wants to know, what are the warning signs of someone being a podcaster and to really be wary around people in lieu of not getting podcasted about, like John or gay Swiftie man or
Gay Swiftie man
or silver camper man guy.
I got one suggestion for Proppen first, to not be podcasted about. And that's to not be such a fucking dork with your stupid ass PC, Proppen.
Okay.
Oh, my drivers.
No. We're talking
my
about real
RAM.
ones. Like, haha, yeah, this is all funny bits and stuff. But after the last two things that we've just talked about with me screen peeking and you being an absolute fucking psychopath, I think this is a real topic we should take seriously.
Yes, and it's for Proppen to stop being such a dork, then
Okay.
people wouldn't podcast about Proppen.
I feel like the sort of characteristics you're looking for in a serial killer are similar characteristics to what you're going to find in a podcaster. It's going to be 25 to 35 white male.
Yep. Slight bit of narcissism in there.
Yeah.
Tori, you've said something so universally powerful.
Yeah.
It
I
sort
felt
of
it
shook.
too.
It sort of shook the core of kind of our modern internet age. But I will say we're kind of getting equal opportunity with podcasts here because, a lot of people are getting in on the mix now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The world is changing. Anyone, corporate voice.
Now, the world is changing. Anyone can get in on podcasting. And it's magical that we as a society, can show our progress by ensuring that anyone, regardless of race, religion, or sexual identity, has access to a microphone worldwide to prove we can all be stupid online together. Podcasting, not just for white people anymore, but for everyone.
I mean, yeah, there is, I think, a lot of people who just are like, I don't know what it is. It's like, it's almost like at a certain point you kind of have to be creating content, and like, look, we're fucking doing it too. So like, whatever. But like, do you think kids get bullied for not being content creators at school now? Like, do you think kids are like, oh my God, you don't even TikTok?
Jason didn't even post his Fortnite clips. Jason's not posting his Fortnite clips anywhere. He's got no clips. Jason is lame as fuck.
Shit, you're probably right. That's really wild to think about.
Hey, can I sit with you? I don't know how many subscribers.
Oh, that's stinky.
How many subscribers do you have?
Because like it's all about clout chasing and like virality now too.
I don't know. I would probably like to know the subscriber count of everyone I know, so that I can like reverse order it. Sure. Like if you have over 100,000 subscribers, I'm like, I'm much more skeptical of you. But if you're under that,
so it's like an inverse relationship.
Okay, I can understand that.
You're more normaler the less subscribers you have.
Sure, that might be a good measurement of like, do I want to hang out with you, or are we going to be sitting like having a drink, and you're going to be like, oh, we should like totally make this a video.
Oh, we should podcast about this.
To me, it's definitely the relationship of like, I don't know if you've ever had a job. Like, I don't know if I can fuck with someone who's like YouTube for life, you know? A YouTube for lifer? We have nothing in common.
I mean, except for years of YouTube
except for
experience.
one thing, yeah.
But you're talking about kids who are like, my life's goal is to be like they've wanted to be a YouTuber since they were 7 because they're coming up in that era. Like that is an interesting thing.
There's also a difference between kids wanting to be YouTubers for the sake of being a YouTuber and kids wanting to be YouTubers for their special interest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there are kids who want to be like Logan Paul and just be like, yo, smash that like button and like do all that bullshit. But then there are kids who want to be YouTubers because they see other YouTubers like Joshua Weissman doing like cooking shit and everything like that. So there's a difference here, but
no, whole cloth, all YouTubers bad.
Okay.
Every last one of them. I've seen Tori do unspeakable things. And I said, Tori, why are you doing that? And he said, because we're YouTubers. And then I joined in with him.
Mm-hmm.
So how are we helping Proppin right now?
Helping to identify
I would say you should be perfect most of the time. Like just always act cool and charming and chill and exactly right all the time when you're out in public.
So you're saying there is no discernible signs of someone being a podcaster. You should assume every single person.
Tori was building podcast defense for Proppin.
Yeah.
Tori's building, yes, Proppin, you need to, and look, I hate that the world has come to this. You need to always be assuming that everyone around you is a podcaster, which is why you need to have like almost like a open carry license, but for like a little like an EMP device that'll kill like all electronic signals within like a 30-foot radius. So if anyone tries to do that like quick interview style thing with you, it's just done. So, or if they wrote in their notes app something like, if you see someone pull out their phone,
the notes app is the one that I would say, because like
that's the one that I do.
You get to activate the kill switch. You get to activate
the interviewing
EMP
thing. That's not a podcaster. That's just a shitty
TikTok. That's like a
street
TikToker.
interview.
Yeah. How many countries in the world? Like, shit, get the fuck out of my face, dude. I'm at Target.
Name a country that starts with the letter A but doesn't end with it.
Albino.
That is not a country.
You're the dumbest fuck I've ever met. Here's $5. I think also.
Do you want to smack my friend in the balls or double it and give it to the next guy?
I think glasses is a pretty big sign of podcaster. bad
Really?
vision. Like if you can identify contacts or eyeglasses, they're probably a podcaster.
See, you're I'm not saying like you're painting broad strokes to like defend anyone's character, but you're painting broad strokes again, which only solidifies the point that anyone could be a podcaster, and you
That's
just
the
need to be
concern, is
on
that
your thing.
anyone could. Every human being born is born with the potential to be a podcaster.
Who's not a podcaster? What is an archetype of person that we can guarantee does
Probably
not have
deaf
one?
people. Not because but it's differently abled.
A sign language podcast probably wouldn't take off. Can't really. Like, what?
You just hear a bunch of little light whooshes by the microphone.
Like skin, kind of like
just
sliding
some-
on skin.
Yeah, it's like very raw Foley.
Oh my god! Would it wouldn't even be a video podcast.
No,
then. It would just be
no.
a
If it's
video, right?
we're talking podcast in the literal definition of podcast, which is no
But
video.
even that
accompaniment.
doesn't matter because who's gonna listen to it? Like other deaf people, they can't hear it.
They can't. They'd have no idea.
So
probably that.
most people are potential podcasters.
But that's what's so scary about our modern world is that literally anyone out there could be a podcaster. But there's a higher chance, I'm saying, if they have glasses or contacts. And that's because they didn't play sports as a kid, which means they're still bitter about it, which is why they podcast.
That's a good call, actually. There was a little bit more depth to that than I thought. My bad.
So be skeptical of people with bad vision.
I think you should be skeptical of people who drive Teslas.
100%. 100%. I'm very skeptical of people who drive Teslas because
If someone does, if they're talking to you and they bring up either like Tesla or AI or anything kind of in that little vein, that's all kind of, I feel like, grouped together.
if they say my electric vehicle, even I'm like,
If you see any product on their person that has ever been advertised on a podcast, dead giveaway.
Sure, if they're wearing Bomba socks, get the fuck out of there.
If they have an Air Up bottle, a Factor meal, what's
you
some
should
of the
get to
other
ask
ones?
to see what kind of underwear are you wearing. Because if it's MeUndies, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they're like, oh, hey, baby, you want to come home and try out my purple mattress? No, I don't. I think I'm going to go home and lock all my doors and change my name and then move.
Yep. That is just the proper thing to do when someone asks if you want to sleep on their purple mattress.
Aren't you just curious to lay on one though?
Well, of course.
Aren't you just a
Tyler's
little
like, I have a
curious?
purple mattress and I feel that this was an unfair judgment.
It's actually helped me sleep longer at night, and I feel so much better with my purple. No, aren't you just like, they look so squishy. I just want to squish them. You
Yeah,
know?
it's a curiosity thing.
Yeah.
You can lay on it in the mattress store and go, huh, neato, and then leave. Because that's the only interaction you should have with a purple mattress.
That's dirty as hell. Other people lay on that. That's gross.
Huh. You're a real onion, Tyler.
I don't know why I feel this so heavily, but I feel like if you have a Galaxy phone, you're probably like 1.5 times more likely to podcast.
I can understand that, yeah.
I kind of get what you mean, but I disagree.
Because
I
if you
just
have
feel
an
like-
iPhone, you're almost guaranteed to have a podcast,
No,
right?
if you're
Yeah.
doing iPhone, I feel like you lean more towards content creation side, not the podcast side. You know what I mean?
Okay, I can vibe with that, yeah.
The like other brand tech is kind of like
Other
ooh,
brand tech.
they got some podcasts. They either have opinions on podcasts that they listen to or they themselves are a podcaster. Either way, they're at least 3 times as likely to be more annoying about like, oh, well, my Huawei and then something about it. You
I
know?
used to have a Huawei.
And you put your personal information into that thing?
Wish I didn't.
I think we're forgetting the one that's right front and center main stage here, and that's that a lot of people, I personally am not in this category, and I don't think anyone present is. But a lot of people who do a podcast really love talking about their podcast, as though saying like, oh, I do a podcast gives them some type of authority, when guess what, pal? So do I, and I don't know shit.
Yeah, there's a specific stink to people who bring up podcasts, quote unquote, naturally, just to try to weave their own little like, oh yeah, that was a bit on this podcast that I really liked that inspired a bit on our podcast that blah 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 blah. And it's like, okay, dude.
But people don't even do like people don't do fucking comedy podcasts. I mean, like the comedians.
They're too afraid of getting canceled.
People, they're going to be like, oh, I actually like, this is kind of weird, but like, I actually started a true crime podcast. You're like, fucking what crime hasn't been covered? We don't need another one. It's already exploitative?
Exploitative?
Exploited enough?
To some degree. To some degree.
Yeah.
It's like, you're just going over crimes that other people did better with higher production value.
But that's the thing, is that like if I hear that someone has a podcast, or if even someone just tells me that like, oh, I was listening to this podcast and they said I'm 25% more likely, 25 is so low, I'm like 98% more likely to just tune out everything they say, because I'm just like, oh, you heard it on a podcast? Anyone can do those. You don't need special equipment or licenses or anything. I don't believe them. So that, again, that's what's so fucking scary about the possibility of a podcaster being there.
It's specifically, I feel like specifically it's people who podcast about something that they want to like have this authority on or whatever. Like something about that feels a little bit stinkier, because like obviously people do it well, but when it's just anyone who thinks that like, well, because I do a podcast, I kind of should be treated like I'm in a higher tier of that. And it's like, you really shan't,
not.
you know, because anyone could do this. You could just record it into the voice memos app on your phone and upload it to Spotify. And
I just brain blasted here. Okay, here's
hot.
Can you clean up after yourself? It's all over the floor.
Here's the thing. Depending on where you saw this podcaster, this potential podcaster, they're not getting groceries in line at Target or any grocery store. They're getting snacks. That's how you identify the podcaster.
Ooh. That is
bitch
super
is door
solid.
dashing.
Super solid.
If you are at the
call.
grocery store and they only have snacks, that's a podcaster.
Okay.
Watch out.
Damn.
Watch out, Proppin. They're behind you with their bag of Doritos.
Damn, what a clock though. That is spot the fuck on.
That's interesting.
I feel it just in my fucking bones that's a, like, if you try this out, you go to any grocery store, someone's only got, and there's a difference between I just needed to grab a few things and someone exclusively buying snacks. You ask them, you got a podcast? Oh, you're about to hear it. Oh, you're in for it. You just locked yourself into a 10-minute conversation.
Rough.
Is it proper etiquette to ask for a link?
No.
I think you got to treat it like people trying to like sell you a CD on the sidewalk, and it's like,
Sure. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
So
I'll definitely check it out.
Okay, I'm going to print out a bunch of Spotify QR codes for Baseless Claims. I'm going to go to the mall, and I'm going to be like, hey, like handing them out. And then when someone grabs it, I'm going to be like, yo, you're not going to pay me for that? It should be like $10. Come on.
That's like $10. That's like $10 for the podcast. Yeah.
Tyler, I'm about to give you your new favorite hobby. Are you ready?
Yeah. Better than jerking off? I think not.
I was going to say, it's called edging, okay?
Literally, I think you will find this to be better than that. Whenever you go out and about in public and you clock someone as a podcaster, or heaven forbid they offer willingly information up to you that they are a podcaster, you are going to start listening to a little bit of these podcasts and leaving 1-star reviews.
Or this might be even more effective, Tyler. Go, oh, what's the podcast name? And then pull it up and put it on speaker and play it in front of them.
And they confront them with like, I'm listening and I'm staring at them to like, when does it get funny?
Oh, what do I do? I'm an audio engineer. I'm a 2-degreed audio engineer.
See, mine was like, your guys's is fucking sadistic. Mine was more like, You get to go home and with the comfort of never being able to confront that person ever again, leaving a bad review on their thing with the headline of like, I was recommended this podcast by one of the hosts in public and I disliked it.
This dude got the worst order at the Dairy Queen. He got a fucking plain sundae? That's fucked up. 1 star.
The worst part about, like, because if you go and do the 1-star thing, this person very well could have a podcast that is good. And I want those to bubble up because as much as I hate it, I fucking love podcasts like so much.
Tori,
So like I don't want to stilt the creativity. What I want to happen is I want them to be very self-aware. I want them to have,
Yeah.
you know, like when you
But
like
that's what
edit a
I'm-
video and you have to show a supervisor or something, and they're watching it over your shoulder, and all of a sudden you notice every mistake that you'd been missing the last 100 times you watched it.
Right.
That's what it's going to be like.
But what we're talking about is not, you know, a cognizant and well put together podcaster. We're talking about the people who are like, hey, yeah, I have a podcast. You should listen to it. Like,
It doesn't
we're,
matter.
We're not like that.
Speak for yourself.
Tyler, there have been multiple episodes where you have said that you hate that you have a podcast.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't mean I'm advertising so hard. I'm giving us the worst name intentionally. I'm being such a fucking awful person in public, and then being like, hey, check it out, Baseless Claims.
He's got a tattoo of the QR.
Oof. Oof, that's a rough one, bud.
What do you do if you're on a date with a podcaster and they put it on in the car on the way there?
Jump out.
Hey, I just did a really cool show about Jack the Ripper. Let's hear it.
Oh no, that is the reddest flag imaginable.
And it goes
Holy
it goes
shit.
both ways too. It doesn't just painting with broad strokes. It's probably a dude.
100%.
lady.
but trying to like, yeah, I'm just gonna put on this like really cool podcast I heard. It's like someone trying to like sneak their music in, but it's clearly them, and it's like, yeah, just like I heard this podcast, it's really good. And it's like, you've been talking to them all night. You know it's their voice.
that
It's so
is-
clear.
yeah.
And they're just like looking over at
That's
you like
serial
seeing if you're
killer
It would
laughing.
100% just be that I think you should leave sketch where he brings the YouTube video that he clearly made the night before.
Oh, fuck. Fucking bozo
Totally.
dubbed over.
yeah.
What? Did you make this yourself? No, it's fucking hilarious though. Fucking funniest video I've ever seen. It's got 3 views. But we're getting it early. Fuck.
You know what else should have gotten out early? This podcast. So go
Fair.
ahead and leave a like, favorite, comment, and a review. Really helps the show out, gets us into curated lists, and helps us beat that algorithm, baby. And if you want to join in on the discourse, you can join our Discord by looking at the description of wherever you're listening to this episode.
You can also go to youtube.com/shapelessmedia to find every single episode of this show every single Friday, as well as hundreds of other videos. But hey, you know what? If you want to, you could also check it out on Spotify or SoundCloud or Google Play or Apple Podcasts or whatever the fuck.
Wow, so many places.
There's so many different places. For
I'm
you to
everywhere.
explore. More threatening though. I'm everywhere.
I'm everywhere.
You can't get away from me. We've now reached the end of the episode where you can just say whatever you want, as if that's not the entire premise. But like, it's a more legally acceptable time because most people are gone. So it's kind of like to you listening out there, it's kind of like just for us. We can't be legally held responsible for anything we say during this part.
It's a little treat at the end of the episode for all the diehard fans out there, all one of you.
I always knew Tori's dad was gay.
Okay.
Yeah, how did you know, bud?
He and Tori suck dick the exact same way.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Tell me everything I know.